Hello everyone, this is Neha Sharma. Today in this video, we will learn some more rules of subject and verb agreement. So as I've told you dear students, this subject and verb agreement is quite important for writing and speaking. That will help you to write and speak properly, perfectly, without any mistake or without any error. So we have covered 5 subject verb agreement rules in our previous videos. Today we are heading towards rule number 6. So let's see what is rule number 6. Rule number 6 says if the two subjects are separated by and, okay, which word you have to see here? The word and, refer to the same person or thing as a whole, the verb used is singular. See, if you remember, the last rule means the 5th rule we have done of the same kind, but there this and was there to join different subjects, different singular subjects, right? So that is, it was like the teacher and the doctor, or the teacher or the manager, something like that, right? So this was the rule there. There we have to use plural verb because there two subjects are there, because the teacher is different and the manager is different. And this you can remember with a trick, that if the noun is having a determiner before that, like I'm saying the teacher and the doctor, the teacher and the manager, the teacher and the counselor, right? So here two persons we are talking because both the subjects are carrying determiner before that. But here let's see, here the determiner will be given with the first subject. It means the person means the two subjects we are saying here, we are talking about two subjects, but that subject is one only. The same person is the teacher and the counselor. The teacher and the counselor, or my teacher and counselor. So this I am talking about the same person. The person who is your teacher, he is your counselor too, right? So in that subject, in that case you have to use singular verb with that. See, our honor and manager. So here what I am saying, the determiner used with the honor. Honor is subject here, and the determiner used with this honor is are, and manager, and this manager is second subject, but before this subject there is not any other determiner. It means with this honor and the manager is one only. So here we will add which verb? That is singular verb. So this is Mr. Gupta, right? That Mr. Gupta is working as both honor too and manager too. So this is quite important, and you can remind this by this rule, that if the determiner is given before both of the subjects, then in that case you have to use what? You have to use plural subject. But if the determiner is given with the one subject only, and we are talking that both the subject as single person, then you have to use here singular verb. Let's understand with more examples. Her mother and teacher is Mrs. Sharma. So this is what? Her mother. Mother is one subject, and before that there is what? There is one determiner, right? And teacher is a second subject. It means teacher is not having here. So here what? If I will add here her mother and her teacher, then two subjects are there. Means two persons I am talking here. But here I am not adding any determiner before this teacher. So this means her mother is her teacher too, right? So this her mother and teacher is Mrs. Sharma. So this is quite important and quite easy to understand. Next thing, rice and lentil was his favorite dish. Rice and lentil, it is something like curry and rice, something like that. So here that two things are there. Now you will say the determiners are not given, but this rice and lentil means we are talking about dal here, right? Lentil, or you may write down curry or rice. So that curry and rice, they are making one dish actually, you know, people used to have that together. So that is what? One thing actually they are making. So that is rice and lentil was his favorite dish. It is something like that. Rice and curry is or was her favorite dish, like that. Okay, so that is making one quantity. Like bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. So breakfast is what? Breakfast is same. Here dish is one thing. Okay, it is not dishes. I am not writing here dishes. So dish is rice and lentil. It may be it is one thing. Same the thing I have told you, bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. So that breakfast is one only, right? So that's why we are using here one, means this dish is making only one quantity. So that's why we are using here was. Next one is time and tide waits for none. So it is what? Time and tide waits for none. So here too time and tide is given, but the same kind of the things those both of them are. So here that's why we are using waits, right? That is simple present tense, and here we have to use the singular verb. Next is breaking and entering is against the law, means something, some place is barricaded and you are not allowed to go there. So breaking that barricade and entering there, that is the one thing only, right? That is one act. So that is what? That is against the law. So breaking and entering is against the law. Here we are talking about the one quantity, one thing actually. So that's why we are using here is, that is a singular subject. So this is what this says, rule number 6, that if the two subjects which are separated by and, but they are making only one person or thing, they are talking about only one person, one thing, so the verb which we have to use here is singular verb. So quickly just take the screenshot of this rule number 6 and note it down in your notebook, and then we will go towards rule number 7. Okay, I hope you have done that. Now when we talk about rule number 7, so it is not like, it is not for the and either, nor, right? Before that we have covered that. This is actually rule number 7 is something about indefinite pronouns. Now what is that indefinite pronoun? Let's have a quick look of this indefinite pronouns. That indefinite pronouns, the word indefinite itself is telling us the thing which is not definite, right? Which cannot be counted. Like if I'll speak about 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 and so on, so that is definite, right? Like one boy was playing outside, so this is what definite, one number is definite over there. But here if I'll say no one is playing outside, or all the boys or many boys were playing outside, so that many actually is what? That is indefinite, right? So that is means some of the indefinite pronouns are singular, are used as singular too. So we are talking about here that indefinite pronouns, those are working as singular pronouns, okay, singular subject. When we talk about many, so that is plural. Clear? Here in this rule we have to talk about indefinite pronouns which are used as singular. So indefinite, and now you have understood 1 or 2, right? That is definite. But if I'll say everyone, each, either, somebody, someone, no one, so these type of words we will see here in this rule number 7. So let's have a look of rule number 7, what it says. Indefinite pronouns like each, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anybody, somebody, someone, no one are singular and require singular verb. So these you have to keep in mind, that these all words, each, either, neither, everyone, everybody, anybody, somebody, someone, no one are singular. These are singular and they require a singular verb, right? If we'll talk about many, more, all, so that is not singular, that is not indefinite pronoun which are singular. So here let's understand with the example. No one is happy these days. No one, because this no one is an indefinite pronoun and is a singular verb. So with singular subject we have to take singular verb. This is singular subject and this is singular verb. Next one, everyone was eager to know the result of Bengal poll. So this everyone was, right? So everyone and the verb is singular, so that is was. Now somebody has left her purse here, so that has is what? Singular, because with plural we have to use have verb. So that's what. Everyone has done his or her work. So everyone, sorry, it's everyone has done his or her work. So this everyone is what? Singular once again, and with that we have to use singular verb. Let's take the example of each. When we talk about each of the boy is present, right? So that is what? Each is what? Singular indefinite pronoun. So with that also we have to use this singular verb. And I hope you understood this. And in the next rule number 8, we will talk about each, every. Okay, that is separately we will do that. But before that, just take the screenshot of this and note it down in your notebook. That was quite easy. Please just have a quick reading of that indefinite pronoun like each, either, every, every will not be there, neither, everyone, everybody, anybody, somebody, someone, no one are singular and require singular verb, right? So this is very easy. Just take the screenshot. The next rule says that rule number 8 is if the word like each and every. So here once again we are talking about each and every. Each and every come before the words like each and every come before the subject and the verb used here. Please use here singular verb, right? So what he wants to say here, what this rule wants to say, that if the words each and every are there in any sentence, right, you have to simply attach which verb? Singular verb, right? So every Tom, John and Harry, here you will say we have 3 persons, John, Tom and Harry, but we are talking about them and as singular subject because every is there, and when there is every and each in the sentence we have to use which verb? Singular verb, and that we are using here wears, right? You please do not say that Tom, John and Harry 3 persons are here, right? So it is not so, because every is there, so that's why we have to use singular verb here. Next is every boy and every girl. Once again the situation is contradictory, that girl and boy 2 are there, but before that what is there? It is every, right? So we have read here in this rule number 8, when every and each is given, these words are given before the subject, then we have to use singular verb. So every and each girl was listening to the teacher. Next one, every night and every day brings its own pleasure. Now night and day, but before that every is there, so here we have to use once again which verb? That is singular verb, this is brings. Last one is each boy and each girl is invited. Once again boy and girl, but the nouns boy and girl, they are taking which word here? Each. So what you have to do here? Singular verb once again. So that's rule number 8. Now there is one exception also in this rule number 8. So you have to just make the star and note it down in your notebook, and it is quite important that I have told in rule number 8 that if the words like each and every come before the subject, the verb used here is singular. But this is the exception of this each and every, that if word each is used after plural pronoun, means if before each is before each there is one plural pronoun. Please see this carefully. If plural pronoun is before this word each, then verb used is plural. The examples are given to you. We each wish to rise, right? Each word is there, but before that we is there, and we is what? That's a plural pronoun, right? So plural pronoun is there, each is there, but what verb we have to use in that case? We will not use each that we have read each or everywhere it is. Just close your eyes and put singular verb. It's not like that. It's the exception. Okay. So we each wish to rise. So here it is which verb? This is plural verb, because this is what? This is plural pronoun. This we is plural pronoun. They each have a problem. Now they is what? Plural pronoun, and each is there, then in that case we have to use plural verb. And the last one is we each have desire to live. So again we is what? Plural, each is there, so with that you have to use have. So this is quite simple, but there is means you need to read these rules actually and to learn them by heart, so that will be very easy for you. So just take the screenshot of this rule number 8, and in our next video we will learn some more rules of subject and verb agreement. Thank you very much for today. Stay safe, stay healthy.